Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the carbon cycle as an introduction to our cell respiration and photosynthesis. So carbon cycle begins with carbon dioxide, which we find in the atmosphere currently at about 411 parts per million, which you may not think is very high, but actually it is the highest it has been in probably 30 million plus years. And the last time it was this high, the Earth was a lot warmer, there were no polar ice caps or anything of that nature. But I want to talk a little bit about what you can do and also talk about the carbon cycle at the same time. Well, this is our garden, and we're moving into, it's November, so not much left. I do still have some nice super hot peppers, and if you stick around I may try and eat one at the end of the video. But anyways, what we do in our garden is we got some winter stuff planted over here. But one of the things I like to do is take all of my cardboard, which a lot of people will recycle, but I'm not exactly too sure how that recycling works, so I put it to direct use by covering weeds in my garden, and then I put wood chips on top, and it will turn into soil. This over here has been done quite a while ago, and you can see there's no cardboard there, but instead there's nice soil. So that's what we do in our garden. And the other thing that I like to do is take all our kitchen scraps, and I put them into our compost pile over here, turn it over a couple of times a year, and then after about a year I have nice soil. So all the stuff that would normally be going into the garbage and be turned into methane gas in the landfill, which is really a super strong greenhouse gas, now gets turned into useful soil. Yes, it's releasing a little bit of carbon, but it's kind of carbon neutral because most of this is coming from plants or coming from paper, which came from plants. Okay, we're not burning fossil fuels, we're not adding excess stored carbon to the atmosphere. So what do plants do? They take CO2 in, they take from the air through their leaves. On the bottom of the leaves, there's little holes called stomata. Carbon dioxide enters there. Water enters through the roots. And then, of course, in the process of photosynthesis inside the chloroplast, we're taking the energy captured from the photons of light and using that energy to make two products in the light-dependent reactions. We're going to make NADPH, which is a high-energy electron carrier, and we're going to make ATP, which is a source of energy that the plant uses. And we're going to take those two products, NADPH and ATP, and in the light-independent cycle, which occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast, we're going to take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, use the electrons on NADPH to reduce carbon dioxide. Reduction in terms of electrons means that something gains electrons. It reduces its positivity is the way I like to think about it. And we're going to turn that inorganic carbon dioxide into an organic carbon product called sugar. Okay? And in that process, in the light-dependent reaction, the water is going to supply those electrons, and the water is also going to be split and supply oxygen for us. So once the sugars have been made, then we can either directly eat the plants or we can eat animals that eat the plants. And that's how we get our carbon into our bodies. And of course, when we die, we let that carbon go back out. When we sleep at night, when we're breathing, doing all our stuff, we're taking that carbon that is in organic molecules such as proteins and carbohydrates and lipids, and we're expelling that through the process of breathing in the form of CO2, or we're taking those carbon skeletons and turning it into us. You are what you eat. Okay, so composting is a great way to reduce your impact on the planet in terms of not producing more greenhouse gases in the dump. Plus, you get good benefits like soil that you can use in your own garden. You don't have to go to Home Depot and buy soil and things of that nature. And I'll show you how we do this. Is I basically made a little contraption like this, and I let my stuff sit for, like I said, about a year, and then I just take it and I put it on this little screen contraption, which is going to filter out any type of organic matter that's too big to be used, and I just put that back into the compost heap. There might be some rocks in there, there's a peach pit. I found a spoon earlier, one I'd been missing for a while. So that's kind of what you can do to sort of once again help reduce your impact. And that just goes on there. I'll turn that back over, and that'll be good dirt in the springtime. Now, as promised, these are Carolina Reaper peppers. They're supposed to be the hottest pepper grown in the United States. I haven't tried this yet. Oh my God! Holy crap! Woo! Gotta keep this PG. Stop. Cut.